Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be my top 10 stocks as we head into Thursday, April 24th. This will be a technical analysis breakdown, so if you're someone that uses charts within your trading, or maybe you're just interested in learning more about charts and how they can be used as a tool to help make good decisions as a trader, this will be a video for you. First off, a couple clarifications. Number one, the candlestick that you see right there will be moving around and changing. That's because the market's still open for a small amount of time. But like to these videos when the market is still open, because sometimes we can capture some really interesting late day price movement live here on video. Second, I'll be using the 30-minute time frame, meaning each one of these candlesticks here represents 30 minutes worth of time. So stock number one, SOXL. If you've been tracking the top 10 videos, you know that we've been looking at this one time and time again, and a very, very solid day here. Another bull pennant breakout. So we had this bull pennant here that I talked about, and you can see just a huge move up. And in all actuality, we once again almost have a case of deja vu in some senses, because we are once again looking at another bull pennant pattern. So let's get this drawn into play. We have our area of resistance right there, top part of the pattern. And then bottom part of the pattern we have down here, this area of support. I suppose you could technically argue it's something not quite a bull pennant, but so let's make this all one color. So we have our area of resistance. We have our area of support. We have the big upwards move here. So technically speaking, I would call this more of a bull flag compared to a bull pennant. But you don't want to get too bogged down in the semantics, because at the end of the day, it's all about the general psychology and things. Meaning, huge move up. Now it's pulling back, consolidating, and then moving forward, it just becomes a question of, is this consolidation going to be healthy? That leads to another breakout in the upwards direction. So like I said, very similar pattern that I talked about in the previous video. Yesterday, yeah, it was more of a bull pennant, but now we're looking at a bull flag. But all in all, higher highs and higher lows is the name of the game. Next one here, TSLL. Now we just talked about a bull flag pattern, and now we have, I would argue, a good solid bull pennant pattern. Again, this, you don't want to get too bogged down, but let's use this draw in a play. And yes, I'm going to go through these quicker because I want to respect your time as much as possible. But let's get this drawn in a play. So then we'd have the bottom part of the pattern right there, green for support. And then just to make it easier to see, let's once again keep it one color. So we have our area of resistance. We have our support. We have a nice upwards move right there. And then for you golfers out there, put the golf hole down here. And that is where the pennant comes into play. So as mentioned, no guarantees. Just because something's a bullish pattern does not mean for sure guarantee the price is going to go upwards. But would it be shocking? Would it just catch people totally off guard if this thing consolidated a little bit more, came up here, and then got the break, and then that break right there in and of itself created more upside buying pressure? I don't think anybody would be shocked by that. So again, not guaranteed to happen, but a more than plausible scenario. So once again, if you like bull pennants, here you go. Next one here, AGMH. And once again, this is reminding me of yesterday's video, a lot of the same types of patterns out there. So it's kind of just been one of those markets lately. But again, I want to respect your time as much as possible. So we're just going to go through this stuff relatively quickly because you've already heard me talk about it. So there is our resistance. Here is our support. So resistance, support, big upward move right there. Golf hole down here, another bull pennant pattern. I'd say the biggest difference here is if all those stocks are a little bit too expensive and say, no, I like to trade penny stocks. I like bull pennants, but only on penny stocks. Well, here you go. AGMH is a penny stock with a good solid bull pennant pattern. Next one, AREB. Got to give credit where credit's due. Good solid bounce today. No doubt about that, from where it was down here to where it has worked its way up. But now the question just becomes, is there any sort of genuine power? Is there any sort of genuine strength behind this price movement? And I have no idea, but by using charts, we can make answering that very straightforward. And in my mind, the very, very important level to watch moving forward, going to be right down here at $2.45. Why is that important? And I'm not saying this will occur, but just for explanation's sake, if the price were to come down here and then break down below it, what would that be doing to the price? That would be putting the price right back inside of this range where it already was. And not to insult your intelligence, but price movements that make great moves and then all of a sudden go back to where they were, not exactly a sign of true, genuine strength. Now, to be fair, no price can go straight up. Nothing can do that. But you do want to see progress, and that's where this level comes into play. Because if the price were to come down here, but instead level out and then start to curl back upwards, what do you have here? Well, now all of a sudden, you have a set of lows right there. You have lows down here, and if you envision each one of those as stair steps, now you have stair steps making progress in the upwards direction. And again, that's what a genuine strong move is going to do. Not go straight up, nothing goes straight up, but at least make progress. And again, in this situation, quote unquote progress being defined as $2.45. In terms of areas of resistance, pretty straightforward here. It's all about that purple line right there, 50 period, simple moving average. You can see time and time again that level has rejected the price back down. But anyway, look at it. Nice bounce today. Now it's just a question of can it make progress moving forward? Let's see what happens. Next one here, NVDA, and we're right back to the patterns that I've already been talking about. So let's just get this drawn into play. There is the resistance portion of the pattern. Here we have the support part of it. And then just because I can't help myself, let's make sure everybody can see it by keeping it the same color. So resistance, support, big move up right there. I would probably call this more of a bull flag compared to a bull pennant. But like I mentioned earlier, no need to get in a fist fight over whether it's a bull pennant or bull flag. They're both saying generally the same thing. So NVIDIA, well-known stock, maybe the most popular stock out there. And when very popular stocks have well-defined patterns, still doesn't guarantee anything, but it certainly adds an element of that much more, potential self-fulfilling prophecies. So definitely keep a close eye on it. Real quick, want to take a break and personally invite you to get signed up for this free live online webinar that I'm offering very soon. So if you've been enjoying what you've seen and you want to learn more about this tool, how it can and should be used to build consistency and manage risk, then definitely get signed up for the free live class. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a link down below in the description area you can use, or if you're watching right at my website, there's an area on the webpage that you can use to sign up. So like I said, if you've been enjoying, then definitely get signed up for the free live class. Next one here, PLTR, and yes, once again, just a crazy market right now. A lot of the same exact formations occurring across the board. And then let's keep it one color. So resistance, support, nice move right there. Golf hole down here. So another bull pennant pattern. And like NVDA, I'm not saying PLTR is as popular as NVDA, but recently PLTR has definitely been a very popular stock out there. So popular stocks with well-defined patterns, call it a self-fulfilling prophecy, call it whatever you want, would not be shocking, would not be crazy at all if the price were to come up here, get the break, and then having that break right there create upside buying pressure. So if you like bull pennants on on very popular stocks, keep an eye on it. Next one here, JYD, and for you penny stock traders out there, we have ourselves another one that you can keep a close eye on. So resistance, support. And this is wild. Yesterday's video, for those of you that watched that, you're probably having deja vu. But yeah, 2 days in a row where it's like everything is the same exact pattern out there. So there's resistance, there's support. There's a nice upward move right here. And the golf hole down here. So yes, another bull pennant pattern. But like I said, I'd say the biggest difference here is this just happens to be on a penny stock. Next one here, ENSC. And these are, I always enjoy these setups because there's quite a bit of psychology when you actually stop and think about it. So think that there was this big gap up. Price was all the way up here. And then all of a sudden the price started to drop and drop and drop and drop. And right around here it becomes a very valid concern. Uh-oh. Was this a gap and trap? Was this some sort of pump and dump? What exactly is going on? And then we seemingly got the answer, and it wasn't, because the price ultimately did level out. Now let me be very clear. Just because the price came down and started to go sideways does not mean that for sure guaranteed because it went sideways that this is for sure the bottom and this is for sure going to bounce. Now, is it more plausible? Absolutely. Case in point, let's just say that the price, what came down and is still doing something like this, and I'm sitting here saying, hey, it's looking like this could be the bottom. You'd be totally justified to say, wait, what are you talking about? Based on what? The price is literally still just dropping. But that's not the case here. It has at least started to go sideways. Again, does that mean that this pullback is over? No. A little bit more plausible that it could be over? Absolutely. So if you like these sorts of situations where there's clearly a whole bunch of strength, pullback. Now, is this just a little bit of consolidation before it curls back upwards? Like I said, I find these scenarios always pretty interesting. In terms of levels of resistance, keep a close eye on right around $3.80 as a key battleground. But all in all, like I said, certainly a very interesting scenario where if this is getting ready to curl back upwards, who knows if there's another strong round of momentum to come. Next one, SNOA, and I hate to do it to you, but don't blame me, blame the market. But yeah, you guessed it. There is a very well-defined upper resistance. Here is a very well-defined, all right, let me make this a little bit more proportional. There we go. And, I don't even really think I probably need to say anything more. You can probably tell me the word that I'm going to say before I even do it. So there we go. I'm sure you said there it is. There's a golf hole. There's the bull pennant. So we'll see what happens with it. Let's see if the price can get the break and then get even more continuation on Thursday. Next one, TSLA, and I'd really love to talk about something different, but there's no need to. It's very straightforward. There is our resistance. There is our support. And if you're new to the channel, I promise I don't always sit here and just talk about these patterns. Go back in the archive and you'll see, like, no, there's usually a variety. Now, yeah, sure, there's always some bull pennants and bull flags, but this one has been every single time almost the same exact thing. So, yeah, we're in a very unique time in the market right now where just so many stocks, so many ETFs have the exact same patterns out there. But it is what it is. So for Tesla, another very popular stock. And as I mentioned already, when very popular stocks have very well-defined patterns, no guarantees, but you certainly can get some good, solid, self-fulfilling prophecies. So yeah, let's see if this thing wants to come up here, break through that level, and then we'll see if that break wants to create even more upside buying pressure. But yes, bull pennant. Here we go on Tesla. So that wraps up the top 10 list. Again, if you like what you saw here and you want to learn more about the tool, then definitely get signed up for the free live class. It'll be very soon, Thursday, April 24th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So I hope to see you there. And then as far as these top 10 videos are concerned, as always, if you enjoy these, please hit that like button. And if you're looking for a very free and easy way to support the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button, as it really does help out. So thanks for watching. Take care and make sure you get signed up for the free class.